Hi, my name is Urban Hoagland. I'm an Atlassian consultant at Quint Technology. With me is Erik van der Meijden, Platform Delivery Manager at the Volksbank.
My name is Erik. I'm working already 19 years for the Volksbank. There's some different roles within the IT. And at this particular moment, I'm a Platform Delivery Manager for our continuous delivery team within the ITC Volksbank.
And can you tell us a bit more about the Volksbank and why you're moving to the cloud, or a bit who you are?
So the Volksbank is the fourth largest bank of the Netherlands. We have 4 branches, more than 3,000 employees, and about 3.2 million customers. And we are slightly different from the other world banks. We have a particular mission, and that's banking with a human touch. So we really want to stay close with our customers and their opportunities. And well, because we are in the top 5 of the banks in the Netherlands, we are highly regulated, and our regulators are only giving our bank licenses. So we are very in control of our IT and of our doing banking business.
Okay, great. And well, you came to us, to Quint, with a question, like guide us to future-proofed, cost-efficient and scalable methods of using and managing Atlassian tools that fit your cloud-native ambitions. Why did you choose to move to the cloud, especially in a highly regulated environment that it's sometimes more logical to perhaps keep everything internally?
Yes, of course, I want to explore this a little bit further. The first thing, we wanted to focus on our core banking. The IT resources should be really be involved in adding value to our customers, and not only by maintaining our core applications. So we really want to allocate, well, our limited resources towards the tedious, instead of the tedious infrastructure maintenance tasks. And during the way, Jira became a key application, which means it really needs to comply to all the new rules and the more expectations of higher availability and user management. And the current Jira server on premises wasn't capable for fulfilling those needs. And we really needed an easy way for scalability, because it started with a small team, and it was growing and growing, and it's growing rapidly. So, and especially the Volksbank has a new intention of becoming an agile way of working within the bank. So we couldn't really provide this scalability on-prem. So we really were looking for an opportunity to fulfill this need.
Okay, and well, when you came to us, you also talked about risks, like being in that highly regulated environment. As I said, the regulators are still a bit conservative towards going to cloud, and there was some resistance from internal stakeholders, like kind of compliance and security teams. Were they really happy with this move, or was everything okay? And I think the third risk we had is like Bitbucket still had to stay on-prem, because well, Atlassian still doesn't support a full migration to cloud yet. How did you cope with those risks, mitigate these risks?
Well, in the last couple, you really have to investigate what your risks are right now with Jira on premises, and what are the risks actually are in the Atlassian cloud. And what we discovered is that in the last 2 or 3 years, Atlassian did really made some effort to make the cloud platform enterprise ready. So you really can see that all the security solutions and the certifications are all in the public domain. You can investigate it, you can discuss it with all the internal committees who are really doubtful at this particular moment. And of course, once you transfer it to the cloud, then you are really also fit for the future, and then you can focus on the future to gain all the benefits. And it can be even more secure and more available, all those positive things. And of course, if you have a partner like Quint Technologies for yourself, then you really have to have some extra support to help us to tick those compliancy boxes and create a really execution plan and a migration plan. So that really helped us taking the lead.
So the migration itself isn't really the hard part. Atlassian gives a lot of easy tools to do the migration. So I think it's fair to say that this is not the thing to worry about. But there are a few things to plan for. What would you think were the most important things, Eric?
Yeah, everything there. The migration itself is actually really easy, but there are really some things you have to really be aware about. We discovered 3 major domains you have to really take care of. First of all, your network, because you're connecting to the cloud, your on-premises infrastructure to the cloud. Atlassian has a way of having some certain techniques in place, like reverse proxy. Your on-premise infrastructure has to be ready for that. So you really need to, and that's the second part of the things we have to plan for, get all the right people into your team. So not only the application, your application engineer for Jira or Confluence, but also involve your security people, your network people, the guys who are maintaining the load balancing and reverse proxies, and get them right from the start. So once you make up your design and your migration plan, and so you have to really take into account all the nitty-gritties to make this successful. And last but not least, because it's an enterprise grade migration, really make sure that you involve lots of different users. Because we found out by installing the access that we discovered that we didn't only have Jira and Confluence users, but also, for instance, Trello users or external clients who are using Confluence sites. And we found out the hard way. So a couple of the Volksbank users couldn't access Atlassian products anymore because we weren't aware about. So for planning to do this migration, make sure you really investigate all the possible type of users in your organization and who are really using an Atlassian product. But once you cover these three things, then you're really set to go.
So at the Volksbank, you've been using Jira for like almost 10 years. It grew from the bottom up, from some teams starting to use it to now over 2,000 users. And at the Volksbank, you evolve, you're going safe now, you're scaling agile. And you also took the opportunity of this migration, this momentum to rethink the way you're using Jira. Can you tell a bit more about that?
Yeah, thank you. Yes, the Volksbank, we are really on the verge about implementing the agile way of work, and also safe between the cooperation between all the different departments, which can't be done with the current Jira. So the way we are trying to make the next step is about using Jira in the cloud, and then really take all the functionalities and the scalability to make it Volksbank wide. So we get a real good alignment of the agile way of work and all of the safe parameters. What we also wanted to do is, because we are making the next step from only just from a developer team to a real company-based agile way of work. So we're going to onboard all the new teams one by one, which has been proven the best way the best and easiest way to gain added value for those teams. And what we also discovered is that because we're going company-wide, the new features like the advanced roadmaps in Jira Cloud, it really gives us and of course our board of directors the more visibility about the cross-team dependencies, but also a roll-up for our portfolio management. So our board of directors can really see what added value we are having with all the teams that are working together.
That's really helpful. To sum it up, for other companies in a highly regulated environment that are still thinking about, should I move to the cloud or should I just keep everything internal and have things running in data centers? What are your top 3 tips after this migration to, if you want to go move to the cloud?
Well, thank you, Erwin. Well, there are lots of tips to mention, but if you really want to only have 3, then I can mention them. The main, well, the top one is you really have to focus on the future. Why do you want to move to the cloud? Why don't you stay on premises and do it all yourself? So you really have to investigate for your company itself, what are the benefits to go to the cloud and take all the advantages of Atlassian and all their products. It really makes you wonder what is the added value of maintaining just a platform or using the platform for you. So, and that's something also you have to incorporate in the message you are spreading well, within your own company, but also to your regulators. You know, we have a partner and we have a provider who is much better in maintaining and doing more security and more compliance with the product than we can do as a bank ourselves. So why should we have the attitude that we think can do it better? So we really have to make an adjustment into the focus on the future, take advantage of all the benefits that Atlassian has. Another tip, well, before migrating, well, really assemble your compliance team. Make sure that you have your security people and your purchase people and a system engineer combined into one particular project group, and really address all the problems you foresee. Write them down, make them, put them on the table, make them part of the discussion, and also the third, of course, is find a good partner like Quint. But you really have to address those your concerns, discuss them, make them available. So they also can be addressed to Atlassian, because most of the time that all our concerns, most of them are already addressed in some way in certification or in mitigation matters. So those are really actually, the top 3 for you really have to think about for migrating to Atlassian Cloud, but it's doable.
Okay, great. Yeah, thank you, Eric. Thanks a lot for being here with us. And thank you all.